Hey y'all, it is the Bitter Thrifted Machine. Today we're going to talk about $730 sold on eBay in one day. Stay tuned to find out what it sold. Alright guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Julian, also known as the Bitter Thrifted Machine here on YouTube, and I'm a full-time reseller on mostly eBay. And this stuff I sold yesterday, which would be November 24th, for $730 of gross sales. Always remember, gross. It does have all your fees and your shipping in it, so you might as well go ahead and cut that in half, and that's what I made take home money for the payout for eBay. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I will always tell you how much I paid for it and roughly how long it took to sell. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one right here is a Starbucks mug. Thought this was gonna go for a little bit more money, but most of them do. This one just wasn't worth a lot of money. This is from Arizona and it sold for $9.99, and the buyer did pay shipping. I paid 80 cents for this about a week ago at the Salvation Army, and this was from the You Are Here collection. This one right here is a Prentice Vice. This is a bench vise, older, made in New York, number 50. Had this for a really long time, going on 8 months. That's the only reason why I took $80 for it, because I wanted to get it out of that room and sent off. Shipping was huge because it would not fit in a large flat rate box. So it did go in a bigger box, and shipping on it was a lot of money because it did go to, of course, California. We do appreciate all the sales here in South Carolina. You guys really buy a lot of stuff from me, so I do appreciate it. But when I bought it at the auction, I spent 20 bucks on it, but in that auction, I'm already in the good, so that's pure profit. But again, 8 months to sell. This one right here I got for free, and thank you to the nurse flipper who bought this from me. It is a Justice League hero shirt. She paid $6, and she did pay shipping on that. This one here is a Medicus, I don't know how to say that, single hinge 5-iron swing trainer. When you look at these, this is an old one that really doesn't go for that much money. There are a lot more that go for a ton more. This is a single hinge. If you get the newer ones, and when I'm talking about on the actual shaft of the club, there's a hinge where like the head of the club goes back and forth. That's the training part, I guess. I don't really know how they work, but golf trainers usually always sell, and they sell for a lot of money. So if you're in like the thrift and you see the club that looks weird, that has a hinge and like the head's falling over on it or something, it's not broken, it's worth some money, go ahead and pick it up for the right price. The right price here was $3 at the Goodwill, and it sold for $19, and the buyer paid $11 in flat rate shipping. I started flat rate shipping, and then the United States Postal Service jacked up the shipping. I had to go back and change all my flat rates because I had them for like $9.50, and $9.50 wasn't cutting it. I was getting burned from people, you know, selling or buying stuff in California, so I had to move everything up to $11 on golf clubs. This one right here, I'm in the good on, but it took about 8 to 9 months to sell. This is gonna be just a poster, My Week with Maryland, so for $15. Free shipping, and it did go international, but I used a global shipping network, so it only costed me a little bit to send it to Kentucky. This one is a Burton Chopper used youth junior snowboard, size 120, that was stamped on the snowboard because I have no idea anything about snowboards. I live in the South and have never snowboarded. I think maybe once in my life, but not a lot. And I get this for $7.99 at the Goodwill probably about a month ago. This was actually a Kayla find, was like, hey, it's a snowboard. You might want to, you know, take a look at it. And it was worth some money because Burton is a good brand for snowboards, and it did sell for $50 plus shipping, and they were about $95 all in. This one right here is a new vintage women's Lynx Laughs golf towel, and it said I Heart Golf on it. So for $10.30, and the buyer did pay shipping. I had nothing into this because when you buy golf bags or, you know, like golf sets, always look in the golf bags because you never know what's inside. This was inside, so I basically got it for free. This is a vintage Stanley 965N bracing bit. A lot of people pass these things up, but it's always a $10 or $20 bill on eBay depending on the condition. This one was in pretty rough condition, but it was working, and they still sell. Again, $10, and the buyer did pay shipping. I got it probably for 50 cents at a yard sale, but never passed those up. But only the Stanley ones really sell for me, so it will be stamped Stanley on the ratcheting part usually, and on above the handle it will be stamped Stanley. This one is a Law & Order SVU Season 8. So for $11, buyer did pay shipping. I have 50 cents of that at the Salvation Army about a week ago. These I paid a little bit too much on. I paid $5 per handle at a yard sale. I should have paid $5 for all of them, but I didn't. But they were a lot of vintage collectible beer tap handles. So for $25, the buyer did pay shipping. So again, I have $15 into them at this time. And so I didn't make much money, probably about $9. But they weren't selling. They weren't even getting a lot of looks. So somebody offered me $25 and I took it. This is a Hanna Hat's patchwork hand-woven Irish wool vest, size 44. If you don't know that brand, this is a good brand to look out for. I didn't know this vest particular, but I knew their hats because I've sold them before. So I knew it was going to be worth some money. I picked it up for $4 probably about 6 months ago at the Goodwill, and it sold for $50 plus shipping. I had it listed really high, like 109, and I shot somebody an offer at 75. They shot back at 50, and I was going to go ahead and take that. This one is a vintage Pyrex Friendship Red Bowl forecourt number 444 in excellent condition. So for $29, and the buyer did pay shipping. I picked it up for $5 at the Goodwill yesterday. It literally sold within like a couple of hours. They usually go for like $35, and I did take a best offer, but $25 was good for me. I made, like $19 on it. This one right here, I didn't know what I had when I bought it. To be honest with you, I bought it for a reason. I'll tell you here in a second. But this is a JVC GR 7XM 740U. It's just a camcorder. And I got it at a yard sale for $5. And the reason why I bought it is because next to it, it has those blank tapes. And I was like, man, these are going to be worth, what he's asking for the whole thing. I was going to trash the camcorder because most of the time they don't work. Well, it turns out this one did work. Came with the battery, came with a whole bunch of stuff. And another reason why I looked at it is because it had night vision on it. But this right here, it was sold for $75 plus shipping. And it sold very quickly within a week. So I picked it up last Saturday. This one right here is a Taylor Burner Plus 5-iron. It sold for $51, and the buyer did pay shipping. The Burner Plus, I've noticed, sell for a ton more money than the regular burners. So if you see a TaylorMade that says Burner Plus, go ahead and comp that one out because this one sold for $51. I picked it up for $3 at the Goodwill. This one right here is a Ping hat. It had some really cool, embroideries on it because usually Ping does. It sold for $15 and the buyer did pay shipping. I actually can't remember where I got this from. This was either out of the storage unit or I picked it up for $1 at a garage sale. And I've had it for, I think, more than a month because I've switched all my hats to a different location when I rearranged the room, and it was there when that happened. So I've had it for about more than a month. But Ping always usually sells, like their hats always sell for me. So that right there, if you add it all up and gross sales, and that, remember, that includes shipping and some other things, that was $730 what sold for me yesterday. I know the items, they're kind of all over the place, but that's what's selling for me. Clothing has picked up for me recently. I'm still doing a very low amount of promoted listings, and I haven't ran a sale on my eBay store in about a week, but sales are boosting up, but I'm listing a good bit, so always remember to list a lot. Go out there and find somebody who's at a good price, but I do appreciate you watching. If you do like this content, always remember to subscribe, comment down below, and like the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.